What's going on, everybody? You know who it is. It's your #1 hot sauce guy. Tonight, we're going to do the duel. But on this one, I'm dueling myself, right? So the idea behind this is it's like a two-person challenge. There's 2 chips in there. And you, another person, 2 people, each take the chip. And whoever can last the longest without having a refreshment or pain reliever of sorts, if you will, wins. So again, we're going to get out this pretty quick, but this was made from Pucker Butt, Ed Curry, and Feast and Fury Kraft potato chips, who I believe was, involved in the original Pocky chip, created the original Pocky chip. And again, this is made with Pepper X, which is the, quote unquote hottest pepper in the world now. Still really hasn't been released. Again, it was created by Ed Curry, who also created the Carolina Reaper, which is considered the hottest pepper in the world still, as far as being tested and whatnot. From my understanding, as Ed Curry's not going to release that pepper until somebody else can come up with something hotter than the Carolina Reaper. And then it's like, the dude's almost got that in his back pocket, like, okay, well, here we go. I don't know. I'd love for the pepper to be released. It's been in a few one sauce, on hot ones. The last dab, I believe. All right, let's get at it. So there's the box. Open her up. It's great packaging. I'll give it that. It's really cool packaging. I like the look. This is kind of like an ammo box. It's pretty nice. This challenge wasn't super cheap, but none of them really are, in my opinion. A couple things here. Welcome to the face-off that will melt your face off. So here's the rules. Step 1. Each dueler carefully remove your Pepper X chip from the box and prepare a beverage of your choice. I got water. Standing back to back, take 3 full paces, then turn and face your opponent. Open the duel package and eat your whole chip. The last dueler to go for your beverage will be declared the duel champion and earn the coveted victor's coin. In the event of a draw, flip the coin and call heads or tails to determine the winner. So it's kind of a neat, gimmicky thing behind it. I don't think this is going to be a gimmicky chip. Don't get me wrong with that. Pucker Butt, Ed Curry, Feast and Fury. I didn't mean it that way. I just mean the whole presentation is pretty dope. It's pretty cool. Again, Pucker Butt makes some great sauces. So there's one of the chips. There's the other chip. Cool packaging. And then inside is the victor's coin. So we'll get to that. Yeah, let's get to it. Without further ado, I always like to read the ingredients, but first it says, warning, these chips are extremely hot, so do not consume more than one. Don't eat it if you are sensitive to spicy foods, allergic to peppers, nightshades, or capsaicin, or have any medical conditions or are pregnant. Avoid touching your skin, eyes, or other sensitive areas after touching the chip. If you have any issues after eating, seek medical help. Keep away from children and pets. Ingredients, very simple here. Potatoes, sunflower and or safflower oil, Pepper X powder, sea salt, and citric acid. 15 calories per chip. So, and again here, Feast and Fury partnered with Smokin' Ed Curry of the Pucker Butt Company. The duel features Ed's newest pepper that tasted even hotter than his notoriously famous Carolina Reaper. Alright, well, no time like the present. Let's get it. Feast and Fury on the front. So it's a cool packaging. I mean, I really like it. It says ready, aim, fire. She smell warm. So there's the chip. So what I've heard though is that these chips are Tastier than like the Pocky One chips. We've done all the Pockies. I think I missed a year in there on the Pocky. I don't know how, I don't know where, but somewhere in there we missed one. But I just did, you know, the 2021. She was hot. Not overly hot until I ate two of them. Once I ate the second one, I did one chip, 10-minute afterburn. I did another chip, 10-minute afterburn, and about 30 minutes after the video cut, which was about another 10 minutes after the burns and eating, you know, so about an hour total after consuming the chips, it just hit the stomach hard. Reminiscent of when I ate 3 of the 2019 ones in a 2017 from way back in the day, or 2018, whatever the original was, and that shit killed me. So those are the worst cap cramps I've ever had. I did get some cramps off the 2021 Pocky from eating 2 of them. I don't think one of them would have hurt me. I really don't. That's why I went for a second one. So anyways, there's the chipper. Looks coated nice. Definitely smells hot. Cheers, folks. Warm. Tasted good, had a nice crunch to it, almost like a kettle chip. It's hot. It's a tongue burner for sure. I don't know. It's about as hot as the Pocky in a much smaller chip, so that tells you something, in my opinion. And I'm comparing this to the new 2021 Pocky because I just did that a couple weeks ago. So this is, for being a much smaller, you know, chip compared to the Pocky chip this year, is huge. It's definitely, I would say, warmer than the Pocky chip, just in terms of the sheer size of it, right? There's less powder on that than the Pocky. That Pocky chip, man, it just looks coated all the way across it, you know, where this, you could see parts of chip and stuff. And so for this to be burning the way that it is, I would say it's hotter. If this was the size of a Pocky chip, and they put double the amount of coating on there like they do on those Pocky chips, this would be way hotter. It's mostly a throat burn for me right here. I can feel it on the lips and the tongue, but it's nothing, you know, it's nothing crazy. It's mostly just more of a throat burn than anything. But the chip tastes way better than a Pocky chip. That's for damn sure. So they did great there. Nose is starting to activate a little bit. Maybe this one right here going to start to run maybe a little. Yeah, maybe not. So a cool challenge. So the idea is that this is a 2-person challenge. So me and somebody else, a buddy or somebody, would be burning with me. I mean, we both waited as long as we could to see who went for a drink first. And whoever didn't take the drink first would win the challenge, but also win the coin in there. Seen a lot of people, you know, you just do your 5-minute burn, because there's a lot of people that could probably last 10, 20 minutes, and I feel like it's kind of amping up even just a little bit. Hard to say. Might be. Throat burns intensified quite a bit. It's still there. It's still pretty pronounced. But I have another one of these that I'm going to do with a buddy of mine, my buddy Matt. If you catch this video, what up, dude? But he just did the Pocky chip from last year, 2020. We were supposed to do it together. I fucked that whole thing up. There's a video on that if you want to catch it, but I fucked it all up. I brought an empty box chip. I brought my collector box. It was empty and not the one that had the other fucking chip in it. It is what it is. He handled that shit like a champ. Had some cramps later, but dealt with them fine. We're going to do the new 2021 together. He got a couple chips. I've got 3 or 4 more of them, so we're going to do that. But we're also going to do this one. I got another box of these, so another 2. We'll get those done, and you know, and do that, and then yeah, so it'll be cool. So I will do this challenge properly with a buddy or with a friend. Make it a little more entertaining, and see how we do. That chip's still burning though. I don't know, anybody that says this chip isn't warm or hot, I don't know. In my opinion, they're kind of lying to themselves. It's pretty warm. I can feel it now working its way to the stomach. Let's do the second one. That's a 6-minute burn on that. Good enough. Here's the other one. You can see how coated it is, man. Super cool chip. So I do it myself. So what I'll do to see who's the winner, first chip or second chip. We did about a 6-minute afterburn on that first one. We'll do a 7-minute burn on this, and we'll call it a video. That's, yeah, we're gonna guess. That's about 12:30, man. I always forget when I don't have the timer or something. I'm just following the. Ooh, a little drool there. Sorry. Wow. It is creating some saliva in there, so you know it's definitely made with real peppers. You can taste that. It's a very distinct pepper taste. Anyway, I'm sidetracked. I usually start to forget where I was at. What did I say? 12:30. So that's a minute. It's hitting the throat. Second chip. I don't know. It hasn't quite intensified the burn too much yet. I was expecting it to. But I wanted to give that first one, instead of eating them both, one, boom, boom, I like to give it a burn and see how it burns just as one. So here's the coin. That's a pretty cool little idea. I like this. And I might not even be able to get the coin out. Man. There we go. She's solid. Yeah, solid. Decent size, about the size of a $50, maybe smaller. There's the first side. That's Ed Curry's mug. Pepper Company. Smoking Ed. That's pretty cool. And then on the other side, Feast and Fury, the Duel Victor. And what you're supposed to do is, you know, all right, you guys both, you know, everybody calls it a draw. You're supposed to take the coin, flip it. Somebody calls it, that's Ed's out of 1. You know what I mean? So I like the gameplay with it. I like the interaction. I think that's super cool, super neat for a challenge. You know, heat's picking up. I mean, it's not really. It's pretty much all dissipated, but it's now working its way in the belly. That's for sure. Belly's getting warm. It's always the worst part of these challenges, and sometimes eating super hot peppers. Doesn't happen every time, but you know, those cramps are a real deal. I don't think this is gonna cause them. You know, I did a couple other challenges since the Pocky and I've been okay. It seems alright. But it's definitely warm in the belly. That's definitely a sensation. That's definitely something that happens. And she's there. Alright, so we're about, I'm going to say 4 minutes on this burn. We'll do about 3 more minutes. And then I can say, well, I lasted longer on the second chip, right? Who won? But I bought 2 boxes with the idea of doing this with a friend on one of them, and then with the idea of trying to eat 2 of the chips by myself in the other. So I was gonna make this video regardless. I was gonna do it with my buddy first, so I can show both our initial our reactions, but I just watched a couple of videos this weekend on this, and I really wanted to just dive right into it, and today was the day. It's just how it happens with me. I've got things lined up that I want to do with challenges, eating some fresh pods. I've got some noodle reviews I want to do, hot sauce reviews I want to do. I've got some jam, some spicy jams, some other things, right? And I want to do them all. So it's a game time decision, what I feel like doing that day, what I've been thinking about doing, and that's just what happened here. But me and my buddy will do this. This will be a good challenge for him. I think he's going to have no problem with it, eating one of those. 2 is a slightly different game. I think he could probably do 2 of these too, my buddy. But 2 doesn't, you know, intensifies the overall heat feeling or sensation, if you will, in terms of my body, right? Heart's racing a little bit more. I can feel it in the stomach quite a bit more, you know, during the whole afterburn. So it intensifies there. I didn't get any more throat burn really from that second chip. That's completely gone now. The only burn I'm having now is just the tip of the tongue and the lips, and that always kind of sticks around. So nose is just now starting to run. See it a little bit there? Yeah, but I didn't really get any heat up top. You know, no sweat. The eyes aren't watering. There's no sweat there. There's nothing. You know, the nose is activated. But other than that, you know, there's not much going on. Other than, you know, I can feel it in the belly and all that. But anyway, cool deal. Yeah. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this challenge quite a bit, we'll say. Quite a bit. this is a good one. It's a little bit on the pricey side, you know. I mean, but not much. I mean, I know $20 is quite a bit. Shipping was the big killer on this one. All right, we'll give it 30 more seconds on that. Should be about a 7-minute burn. So we did a 6-minute burn on the first one, 7-minute burn on the second one, and we'll call it a day. It's definitely not the hottest challenge that I've ever done. I don't think this is the hottest challenge out there by far. I think it's a good starter challenge though for people. I think it would be a really good, fun challenge for two people that are just starting to eat or get into challenges and waiting an afterburn and trying to do that kind of thing, and then two people that are kind of stubborn and they're going to wait it out a little bit longer so that burn intensifies more. It gets in the stomach and works its way in the chest, and you know, little whiskey chest is what I'm feeling when the heart rate's going. All right, that's a good enough burn. That's over that now. Get some water though. Mainly just to clear the mouth. The pepper taste. I mean, I like peppers, dude, and it's a great taste. But the heat is completely gone now. There's no heat really at all. Even on the lips, this water just took care of that pretty well. Yeah, it's coming back a little bit now, but not much. Anyways, guys, fun video. I think it was $20, and then shipping was the astronomical deal. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think they charged like $12 for shipping. That's the killer. This isn't worth $12 to ship. Is it worth $12 to buy? I say so. Yeah. I think it's well packaged. I think the heat's there. I think it's a very fun challenge. To get two people involved. Even if you did 4, you could do times this by 2, 4, 6, 8, whatever. You know what I mean? You could get a group video going. That would be dope. I haven't seen anybody do that yet. 2 or more people, but I think that would be fun. Have like a 4-way duel. You know what I'm saying? That would be cool, man. It's a good idea here to incorporate more people, get more people involved. It's somewhat of a game. There's a prize, right? You know what I mean? It's just, other than the prize for me on challenges and things like eating hot food and peppers and stuff, it's always just, can I do it, right? And how long can I do it, the whole deal. But this is cool, man. This for a collector like me that, I keep these, at least one of every challenge. I keep, some hot sauces in the collection. I got some things, you know what I mean? This would be cool to keep. It's a very cool collector's item. So enough of me blabbing, y'all. That's been the Duel Challenge from Feast and Fury and Parker Buck. Deuces.